The royal also casting doubt on the authenticity of this photo, appearing to show him with Giuffre when she says she was just 17.
That's me, but whether that's my hand or whether that's the position, I have simply no recollection of a photograph ever being taken.
Liar! What's going on, guys? Matthew back again, this time for another political story. Unfortunately, this was a very sad one. This is related to an Epstein victim and how she might be dead in 4 days due to kidney failure. Let's get into it. This comes from the dailymail.com, titled Virginia Giuffre's Father's Heartbreaking Message to Epstein Victim Who Has Days to Live. It reads, the heartbreaking father of Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre is begging his daughter to hang on after she made the shocking announcement that she has just 4 days left to live. Sky Roberts told dailymail.com that he is sick to my stomach and would do anything to be able to fly from his home in Florida to be by his daughter's hospital bedside in Australia following a horrific car crash. I wonder why I can't fly over there. I'm sick to my stomach. I feel like crying because I love my daughter more than life. They must have some kind of estrangement going on or something. If there's anything I could do, I'd do it. In a gut-wrenching Instagram post late Sunday night, Giuffre announced that she had been given just 4 days to live after a school bus plowed into her car, leaving her with kidney renal failure. Jeez. The 41-year-old, who was sex trafficked by late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein and his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, and accused Prince Andrew of sexually abusing her as a teen, wrote that she is ready to go but just wants to see her children one final time. Roberts told dailymail.com that the crash unfolded a couple of days ago in Australia. While he has not spoken with his daughter since the crash, his son, he has not spoken to his daughter since the crash. They must be very estranged. Guthrie's brother, his son, Guthrie's brother, has been in regular contact with her over the past couple of days and has kept him updated as to her condition. And that's her father there. How bad is the relationship that your daughter has 4 days left to live and you still haven't talked to her? She's in really bad shape. She's very depressed. There's everything else she's been going through with the divorce and not being able to see her kids. Also, the Epstein stuff, that's kind of a big deal, that she was sex trafficked. Robert said that his son is trying to get her spirits up so she doesn't just give up. I'm hoping she can hang on. And here we have the picture of her after the crash. It's just awful. And this is her Instagram post here. This year has been the worst start to a new year, but I won't bore anyone with the details, but I think it's important to note that when a school bus driver comes at you driving 110 kilometers as we were slowing for a turn, that no matter what your car is made of, it might as well be a tin can. I've gone into kidney renal failure. They've given me 4 days to live, transferring me to a specialist hospital in urology. I'm ready to go, just not until I see my babies one last time. But you know what they say about wishes. Crap in one hand and wish in the other, and I guarantee it's still going to be crap at the end of the day. Thank you all for being the wonderful people of the world and for being a great part of my life. God bless you all, Virginia. Can you imagine everything she's gone through? Robert said he used to be really close with his daughter, but their relationship had become strained in recent years. Yep, that's what I thought. Roberts told dailymail.com that his daughter has also become recently estranged from her 3 children, as she's in the middle of a messy divorce with her husband of 2 decades, Robert Giuffre. Wow, so she's also estranged from her own children. She's estranged from her father and estranged from her children, and she was sex trafficked. And now she's been hit by a school bus. And that's her with Prince Andrew right there. And there's Ghislaine Maxwell. That is Epstein's former wife or girlfriend. I can't remember which. But she's now in prison for being an accomplice of sex trafficking. But they won't report who she was sex trafficking these girls to. And we all know that. We all want that information. And he's obviously one of them. Yeah, the now infamous photo of Prince Andrew, Virginia Giuffre, and Ghislaine Maxwell in Maxwell's London townhouse. And there's the man himself, Epstein, walking with Prince Andrew. And this is in, New York Central Park in 2010. And it says that this is after the financier had been in prison for sex offenses. So I guess... that's interesting. So Epstein had already been in prison. So according to Google, it says here Jeffrey Epstein was arrested again on federal charges for the sex trafficking of minors in Florida and New York. So he has been arrested more than once for sex trafficking. How do you get arrested for sex trafficking and then get released and just sex traffic again? Guthrie was trafficked by Epstein and Maxwell from the age of 16 after first meeting the sex offenders when she worked at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach, Florida. And people have tried to tie Trump to Epstein before. I believe that Epstein went to Mar-a-Lago previously, and as soon as Trump found out how creepy he was, he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago for life. But I wonder what Guthrie, what was she doing? What was her job at Mar-a-Lago? I don't know what kind of jobs they have there. In 2015, she came forward with her allegations and pursued legal action. As part of her allegations, she accused Prince Andrew of sexually abusing her when she was just 17. Guthrie claimed that Epstein and Maxwell had trafficked her to Prince Andrew for sex on at least 3 separate occasions. In a civil complaint, she claimed that one of the alleged incidents took place at Maxwell's London townhouse, once at Epstein's private island, Little St. James, and the other at Epstein's mansion in Manhattan. And there's Epstein and Maxwell right there. A now infamous photo captured the Duke with his arm around Guthrie's waist, with Maxwell stood in the background inside her London home. Prince Andrew long denied the allegations and was not charged with any crime, of course, because of his family. In a car crash interview with BBC's Newsnight, he claimed he had no recollection of ever meeting her. He also bizarrely claimed her account could not be true because of his inability to sweat. What? Prince Andrew ultimately reached a settlement with Guthrie in 2022, including a donation to a charity in support of victims' rights. Guthrie's father has previously spoken of his regret that he helped his teenage daughter get a job alongside him at Mar-a-Lago, where she went on to meet her abusers. So that's probably why they're estranged. He's the one that hooked her up with Epstein in the first place. As a parent, you kind of ask the question, how do you not know your children are doing this? But she's a very good actress. When she would come home from these trips, she said nothing about it. It must have been killing her inside. And that's him right there. And this is Prince Andrew's interview regarding the situation. I'm going to play this for you.
She says she met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting her. I'm almost, in fact, I'm convinced that I was never in trance with her.
But we know that he did it, or we know that he at least met her, because we have the image right there. There they are. So that part is definitely a lie. But for powerful people like that, they can threaten a young girl like that. Epstein was found dead in his cell in a Manhattan jail in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. I can't believe it's been 6 years now. His death was ruled a suicide. Maxwell was convicted in 2022 of conspiring with Epstein to sex traffic minors. And I can't believe it's been 3 years since she was convicted. And again, she was convicted for sex trafficking, but yet we don't know who they were being sex trafficked to. They're just sweeping that under the rug. She is currently behind bars serving a 20-year prison sentence. She is appealing the sentence. Only 20 years. Okay, and we're going to finish with this. This is apparently Virginia Roberts' dad explains how he took her to Epstein's mansion. Earlier it said that he took her to Mar-a-Lago, but we'll see what he has to say.
And I said I needed to meet Mr. Epstein first before you go to work for him. And I actually took her to Epstein's home, his mansion in Palm Beach, and I met with him. But at that time, there was nothing about Epstein being a pedophile or any of his dealings or what was going on with him. You know, he was a billionaire and he had islands and ranches in New Mexico and, you know, places all over. I mean, when I met him, you know, he's wearing jeans and regular T-shirt, and
why does that matter?
There's no way I could tell that what I could tell.
Okay, why does it matter if he's wearing jeans and a T-shirt? And plus, how do we know and I know I'm going into conspiracy theory here, so I'm trying to be responsible. But how do we know the dad wasn't paid? Like, how do we know that he didn't basically just sell his daughter? And why that could be why they're estranged. I mean, this is just awful. I hope that she's not in a lot of pain. I hope that she is able to provide whatever she can to help us find out who else was involved with Epstein and Maxwell, and whatever she can do in the next 4 days. But anyway, guys, that's the video. If you found out any other information, please let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you agree with me or disagree with me on, let me know in the comments below. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.